Hello, winners. It's Eric here, and this is my beautiful wife,
Marie.
Hi. It's E&M Life Academy Africa, and we're so glad to come your way on this YouTube channel.
Great. So, dear winners, as Eric said, we are a couple, married couple, husband and wife. We are the founders of Life Academy, E&M Life Academy Africa. We have a message to share with the world, and our message basically is based on personal development as well as marriage.
We're so excited. I mean, these two topics form the basis of our life. We met when we were very, very young. We met when I was about 24, Marie was about 23, or even earlier.
Actually, I think earlier than that.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Earlier than that.
I was 22. And
21?
you were 21.
Yeah,
That's
thereabouts.
So we got married very, very, very early, and we've known each other for the past 22 years. Actually, July is our 20th wedding anniversary. Can you believe it?
Yeah, July
Wow.
7th, July 17th to be precise, is our 20th wedding
See?
anniversary.
She remembers the date.
It's our 20th wedding anniversary, but like Eric said, we've known each other altogether 22 years.
Yes.
And
yes.
we got married within 4 months of knowing each other, of meeting each other. We got married
See?
at the registrar office here in South London, England. We did our registry, and then the following year we made our way to Ghana, where we originally come from, to have our church wedding.
So you see,
And,
it's
been 20 years.
It's so possible. It's so possible to get married early as well, if that is your case, and still stay married. And that is our message here. Now, what we do is that we combine personal development, that's self-development, with marriage, because one cannot be without the other. You can get married, all right, yeah, that's fine. You can also develop yourself separately, that's fine. But when you combine both, magic happens. That is where the matured, self-conscious person meets love. This is it. That's
I like
match.
that. I think that should be a quote.
Isn't it? That
should be one
match.
that should be one of our quotes.
That's a match made in heaven. When these two meet, I'm telling you, your marriage becomes so blissful.
That's true. So the reason or the purpose for our YouTube channel mainly is for us to share our lives with you, bring you on our journey, as well as share some of our wisdom, our knowledge, the things we've discovered in the past 20 or 22 years from the day we met. So the dating period, through to courtship, through to counselling, then marriage. In fact, we didn't even do that much of counselling, but today we know the importance of counselling.
That's right.
So counselling through to marriage and having children, raising children. We have 3 beautiful daughters, brainy daughters. We call them beauty with brains, amazing daughters.
Tell me about it.
2 of them, the older 2 are in their
they
late...
all took after us, isn't it?
Yeah. The older 2 are in their teenage late teens. So we have a daughter, our oldest is nearly 20 now.
That's
and
right.
then we have nearly 19, and our youngest who will be a teenager next year as well. So we've raised 3 amazing, beautiful brainy daughters. How have we done it here in London, England? Because raising children abroad, to be honest, it's not that easy.
I tell you.
Especially for those of us who came from a different part of the world, i.e. Africa, to live here in the West with all the regulations regarding children, what you can do, what you can't do, and so on and so forth. But how have we been able to do it to the extent that our children are already succeeding in life? They're doing amazingly well. The oldest in university, we have the middle one starting university soon as well, doing amazing courses, architecture and so on. So yeah, I think we've done a pretty good
the glory
job
of God. So
with parenting as well.
If you want to know more about what we do, we urge you to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button. You know that
right.
bell button at the bottom there? Hit on that so that whenever we load our videos with these juicy topics, juicy as I call them, you would always be notified. Our channel would focus mainly, as we said earlier on personal development and marriage. Now, for the past 15 years, we've really embedded ourselves. We've mastered areas of personal development, and we've lived it. That is why we are here to also contribute our quota towards this market, where we empower people to live their best lives now. And I encourage you to just get hooked onto our channel, because I can assure you that the nuggets of knowledge and wisdom that we will share will ultimately make your life the better. You'll live a better, self-fulfilling life.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we believe in success. We set out on a journey to find out exactly what success was and what it meant to every individual. And today I can confidently say that we do have some answers as to what success is. We have tasted and continue to taste a great amount of success in our own life in various different aspects of our lives. But one would ask, Life Academy Africa, why Africa? You know, can you shed
Yeah,
a
why
bit of light
Africa?
on that?
I mean, right, the United Nations has come out, and we all know that Africa is growing at a very fast pace. I'm talking about the youth population of Africa. Now, in the next few years, the youth of Africa will far outnumber the youth in any continent in this world. So, we want to really focus on Africa to start changing the mindset of the African individual to be able to live to their true potential, not just by what they see on telly or in the movies or anything, but we will give them strategies, wisdom, ways to be able to organize their life in a very creative, matured, self-conscious manner. Because we all know that our subconscious mind is the one that is truly, truly ruling our lives, not just our minds.
That's right.
The subconscious part of it, not the conscious part of it. So we'll be able to teach strategies whereby people will be able to capitalize on their subconscious mind to live their best lives now. And where else to start than from Africa?
Yeah. And also it is important, Africa, not just because we're Africans from Ghana, but it's also Africa is dear to our hearts. We believe that when God called us to do this ministry, when God called us to go out into the world to teach and to help people develop themselves and to develop their best lives from the journey that we've been on, he particularly mentioned to us Africa. We believe that in our spirits, hence why, because when we look at the success margin in Africa, the gap between the rich and the poor is so vast.
I tell you.
Yeah, the gap between the rich and the poor is so vast. And Eric and I, you know, anytime we're talking about this particular subject area, wonder how do we bridge that gap? What can we do as individuals? What can we do as a couple to at least not break, you know, not obviously we can't close it completely, but what can we do to at least bridge the gap? Even if we can do 5% of that, that would be enormous. That would be a massive leap for the continent. We believe that if the youth in particular are able to change their mindsets, you know, to that of creativity, being able to create something for themselves, do something with their own lives, live the, you know, the passions, the talents, the abilities that God has given them, and not rely just on the leadership of their various countries or their respective countries, then so much can be realized in that continent, and Africa will begin to thrive and flourish as God intended.
Because you know what? There's so much potential in Africa. I mean,
That's
whenever
true.
we visit Ghana, we see so many opportunities. We see all the mineral resources that God has given that country, from gold, bauxite, manganese, diamond, anything that is there. I quite remember when I was growing up in Africa, in Ghana to be precise. I mean, at the back of our house,
In Takwa.
whenever you throw a seed, I mean, I grew up, because of my dad's work, I grew up in so many regions within Ghana. I grew up in Kumasi, some in Takoradi, some in Takwa. All these are places in Ghana. And I had beautiful experiences. What I was trying to say was that when you throw a seed at the back of your window in your backyard, it grows up. The land is so fertile in Africa. So everything in Africa has been given to us. I wouldn't say on a silver platter, but it is there. It's up to the African individual to really dig deep. First of all, to recognize what is there, dig deep to explore it, and to refine it to the next level. Now, this is what we need to let the African individual be conscious and be aware of. It's all about awareness. Now, when you are aware of all these things, coupled with a good marriage, who says the African individual wouldn't live a much more fulfilled life?
Yeah.
So that is why we combine the marriage aspect to the personal development.
Yeah, and it is very important. And one would say, marriage. I mean, what has that got to do? Well, it is very important because what we believe is that if you have a beautiful marriage, a blissful marriage, where you both have developed yourselves, continue to develop yourselves, you both are adding value to each other as a couple. You are able to then trickle it down onto your children. This is what we have done with our children, our daughters, which is why they are succeeding in life already. You're able to trickle it down onto the children. Now, what happens is that, for example, we have 3 beautiful daughters. So as we succeed, as our daughters succeed, these are 5 individuals from one household that go out there into our community, into our society, and into the world at large, to make the world a better place.
That's right.
5 different individuals, starting obviously from the parents and what we have put in them, teaching them to make the best choices in life, teaching them not to rely on the good old, system 9 to 5, develop themselves as
entrepreneurial, in that sense.
Yeah, yes. Develop themselves as entrepreneurs as they grow up, have a particular mindset, the mindset of success. In all areas of life, speaking to them about taking them through the journey as we go through the journey ourselves. So it is important that we link this to marriage, because today, especially for those of us who live in the Western world, particularly here in London, England, we are seeing a lot of teenagers, especially the young men, go through so much, to the extent where there's knife crime, there's murders, there's gun crime, and so on. When we look back home in Africa, there's a lot of armed robbery and stuff. Why? Let us look at our own country, Ghana, for example. Ghana has about 250,000 unemployed graduates coming out of our universities and tertiary institutions on a yearly basis, and apparently it's been going on for quite a number of years now. Yeah. So Eric and I have been asking ourselves, what can we do to bridge this gap? How do we transfer some of our knowledge onto the youth in particular? And these are youth who would ultimately also grow up and want to get married, because everybody deserves love, everybody deserves companionship, everybody aspires.
It's a basic human need, isn't it? And that's why I'll say that the family forms the basis of our society.
That's right.
Now, without the family set, everyone will be doing what they want, and people will just give birth because they just are giving birth without any foundation of family principles that really keep us together and keep us grounded is the word that I want to use here.
Grounded, that's right.
It keeps us grounded so that when we go back into society, we also contribute our quota to make our societies a better place. So marriage is very essential. I would say that, and then forming the family unit is really essential. But then that is not enough, because you can have all these things, but then you are not really matured in yourself, in your consciousness. So we teach personal development to empower you to be able to withstand any challenge that will come your way. Because marriage, I'm telling you, brings its own challenges as well.
Right.
We're not saying that it's going to be really hunky-dory, it's going to be that easy. It's the only institution whereby if you're going in, you're given the certificate beforehand. I mean, in any other institution like the education system, for instance, you are taught by a teacher, they teach you, you actually sit for an exam, pass it before they give you the certificate. But that's not the case for marriage. Yeah. When you're going in, the vicar or the pastor will give you the certificate, marriage certificate, before you actually start your journey.
That's right.
And I'm telling you, there are so many challenges. When we got together, we had our fair share of our challenges.
In fact, you know what's going through my mind
now?
The fact that I believe marriage is one of those aspects of one's life that can actually bring out the best in you, or even the worst in you.
Or the worst.
Yeah.
So if you're not well equipped, as we're about to share our knowledge on this and our experiences, most importantly, if you're not well equipped and you just walk into it, I mean, no wonder a lot of people just walk out within a matter of months or years because they're not well versed in these areas.
Yeah.
Arguments, disagreements, not being coherent with each other. People, family,
in-laws, friends.
So many aspects.
Yeah.
And this is why Eric and Marie, myself and my wife, have come together to let you know that it is possible for you to have a blissful, happy marriage.
Absolutely. So, dear winners, we just wanted to keep our introductory video very, very simple. We already have a video that we've uploaded. We took obviously our 20th wedding anniversary, as we said. Woohoo! And we're celebrating it in various different ways this year. One of our hobbies is to travel. So we actually visited Rome not too long ago. We've uploaded that video. We encourage you to watch that as well. So as we upload further videos, feel free to share them with your friends, with your family. Hit the subscribe button down below and the bell notification so that whenever we upload new videos, you are notified. And just keep following us.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Yeah, just before we go, we also have our Instagram channel.
Yes, we had to say that.
Not a channel. Instagram is a platform. So our Instagram
handle. We have a handle.
That's right. An Instagram platform, which is ENM letter NM _ Life Academy Africa 2. We would kindly ask
number 2.
Number 2. Yeah. We would. So let me repeat it. It's ENM _ Life Academy, one word, Africa is all one word. Life Academy Africa is all one word too. Follow us on there as well. Our Facebook page, Time with Eric and Marie, so that you enjoy all the messages and personal videos we put out there. We just like to share our lives. So yeah, that's about it really. I don't know how many times I've said so in this video, but anyway.
So have a fantastic time, and until we come your way next time, ciao.
Ciao.